ToonGrin.com.
Kingdom Hearts. Grand, mystical, emotional, nostalgic, joyful, exciting, fast-paced, rewarding, empowering, monotonous, confusing, frustrating, and convoluted. All this and more best describes the love and annoyance fans have had for the 15-year-long run of Square Enix's Kingdom Hearts. At the very least it does for me. I don't know about you. The story that doofy goofball saw as he, with Disney faves Donald and Goofy, slay the evil Heartless with giant blunt keys, traveling to a plethora of Disney worlds has warmed countless hearts, spawning a truly loving and devoted fanbase, and I, WHYBOY, would count myself amongst them. Played the games, read the manga, got the art, got this dollar store plush, oh you derpy shadow, and got my own full-size Keyblade. I may be a bit of an addict, and I'm okay with that. However, that isn't to say me and countless number of people haven't had our gripes with Kingdom Hearts, but many have discussed already to death the story being beyond the realm of convoluted, and some of the game's mechanics being just boring busywork. Nintendogs. But I wanted to tackle my gripe from a business perspective and ask the question, how much is it to be a Kingdom Hearts fan? Because seriously, with such a long, upstanding series, you need to put quite a bit of time and especially money into getting every single Kingdom Hearts game to just keep relevant on the story. Now, I'm not talking about being a fan that goes full realistic cosplay or collects a room's worth of merchandise. You do you creative cool people. But I'm referring to how much is it to be a fan who has bought every single Kingdom Hearts game and played it. Well, I did some looking into pricing and taxes to answer just that. To quantify my findings, we're working within the timeline that this would-be fan has 0 games and consoles, just so that we can start off simply at a big fat 0 in game value. And I'm basing my final amount on Canadian pricing and taxes. So how about we get started, ya hosers? We start our journey in 2002 in the amazing first trailer to Kingdom Hearts. Look! It's the art and action of Final Fantasy colliding with the whimsical charm of Disney. As a kid and at the time only Nintendo playing scrub, it made me froth in excitement. So away our would-be fans' money goes, and you get yourself the beginning of Sora's fight against the Heartless with the original Kingdom Hearts for $49.99, alongside the first console in your Kingdom Hearts journey to play it on, the SCPH-30000 PlayStation 2 model for $299.99. A pretty decent sized investment or birthday/Christmas gift for a young Kingdom Hearts fan. And for the uninitiated, you would think if we wanted to get to the next game in the series, we would go from Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2. Don't be sensible. We're gonna need some context by first having our fan buy Chain of Memories, an intermediary game between the KHs that details Sora's journey into the confines of his memories and connections with others, aka the literal story sequel to Kingdom Hearts. And that connects and added $39.99 for the game and $99.99 for that Game Boy Advance that you need to play it on. Because obviously, as a fan of a game series, when you buy a Sony PlayStation 2 game, you should also expect to buy a console from Sony's rival Nintendo. Wait, what? Actually, the reason we got a GBA release was due to the growing increase of young fans of Kingdom Hearts, and director Tetsuya Nomura decided a handheld cage would be best suited for kids. So now you can thank children for making it the least commercially successful Kingdom Hearts game. Now we can hop back to the PlayStation 2 and getting our fans the long-awaited Kingdom Hearts 2, which is technically Kingdom Hearts 3, narratively speaking, but it's called Kingdom Hearts 2 anyway, so yeah, here is where Sora and crew face new enemies in a bigger, more climactic game. That climax hits their wallets for another $49.99, and with spent wallets, our fan is now left waiting for the ever-teased Kingdom Hearts 3 to continue that immense story that they love so much, which will come out inevitably in the next 12, maybe 13 years. Too bad for you, suckers. You liked a story that came out pretty consistently in a short time period? Well, now you got plot important spin-offs on several different consoles. Over the next few years, KH's dev team developed 2 midquels, a prequel, and a remake to satiate the fan appetite, starting with a Chain of Memories remake for PS2 for $49.99, which included fully voiced cutscenes, a fight system better suited for the original Game Boy Advance, and not smushed down FMVs. Hooray! Then we moved on to the midquel 35 over 2 days, which followed the backstory of the antagonist of Kingdom Hearts 2, Organization 13, which was on the Nintendo DS, and that costed another $49.99 for the game and $129.99 for the Nintendo DS itself. We then hopped way back for the PlayStation Portable prequel, Burst by Sleep, for $49.99, which is arguably the most plot-crucial game out of the bunch, detailing the events leading up to Kingdom Hearts, and outlining our principal antagonist of the series. An evil old man, all played on Sony's least successful handheld for $249.99. Yay for good business decisions. And finally, we got the second midquel, the DS's Recoded, for $39.99, whose story had only 2 plot crucial details and everything else was rehashed filler, where we follow a Sora that isn't even the Sora we've been following, so this is kinda pointless. But let's take a break to just really highlight the absurdity our fan-to-be had to go through to reach this point. With 7 games, the fan needed to buy 4 different consoles to play them all. Our fan isn't being milked for money, this is full-on spleen gouging for money. But the gouges aren't done yet, as now the 3DS makes its grand entrance with Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, aka basically Kingdom Hearts 3, with a $249.99 price tag for the hardware and $39.99 for the game. This turns out to be the next most plot critical game in the series, so plot critical that it might as well have been titled Kingdom Hearts 3 like I said. Fine, it's here, get off our backs! It starts off right after Kingdom Hearts 2 anyway, so it makes about as much sense as anything. But still, the devs had Kingdom Hearts 3 on a slow boil, so to tide over fans, Kingdom Hearts got an HD remastering in a 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix for $59.99 a pop. Sporting with it your brand new $499.99 PlayStation 3. Yep, not since Final Fantasy X-2 have I seen such moronic name titling, all for some higher visual fidelity and your collection completionist's sake. But finally, it's 2016. E3 has rolled around once again, and Square Enix is unveiling its latest Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts X and Oh, it's a free mobile Kingdom Hearts game with plenty of microtransactions. Oh, Square, you tricky trickersons. Well, fortunately, you don't need to spend a dime on the microtransactions to play it, and you actually do get a very interesting story in Kingdom Hearts Key, specifically focusing on one of Kingdom Hearts' most major events, the Keyblade War. You also just gotta deal with a lot of monotonous tapping to do it, but yeah. The devs took the time to actually put in a very involved story and link the multiplayer mechanics into the theming of the narrative, which is pretty smart. It's a very thinking out of the box idea for Kingdom Hearts, which is admirable to say the least. So, what's next for Kingdom Hearts fans? Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on PlayStation 4 and Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix? Didn't we just get those already? Well, finally, with 13 different games to get on 7 different consoles, factoring in Canada's 13% sales tax, working under the presumption that fans buy some of the consoles in conjunction with the games, and adding on the inevitable $79.99 price tag to Kingdom Hearts 3, our fans' Kingdom Hearts video game purchase price comes to $3,099.42. I mean, wow. Just try to imagine. Every single Kingdom Hearts fan has to spend around this much to play all the games. Millions of fans! Business-wise, this is just price gouging your fanbase to the nth degree. And if we were to connect this back to a lot of people's story issues with how massively intertwining the Kingdom Hearts mythos is, don't you think people would run into the issue of not being able to afford the 7 different consoles to, play through the entire game from beginning to end, which could have the adverse effect of walling off portions of your famous narrative behind the biggest paywall of all. But despite the annoyance of changing consoles to convoluted story, the overly blunt themes of hearts and ridiculous gouging business practices from Square, we, the Kingdom Hearts fans, are still here, discussing, arguing, playing, celebrating, and just enjoying one of Square's arguably most iconic series. This video just comes from a place of passion, but also frustration. It is a ton of money, but in the end, I don't feel completely ripped off. Disappointed a bit, frustrated most certainly, but not entirely upset. So enjoy Kingdom Hearts, celebrate it on its 15th birthday, and to close off, how much is it to be a Kingdom Hearts fan? A ton of time, patience, and heart. Plus 13 games to have in console and over $3,000. Y'all are wasting your f***ing money. Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Really wanted to do something special for Kingdom Hearts 15th anniversary, and this was something that just came to my mind. If you want to see more editorial content like this, please be sure to like and subscribe to ToonGrin and comment below on what you want me to do an editorial of. Support us on Patreon and visit our TeePublic shop for fun pop culture merchandise to help us keep going. And that's it for me, but as always, this is WHYBOY saying be sure to tune in to ToonGrin.